I was sitting here thinking, thanking God for one, I'm in my purpose, talking to my ancestors, because they always trying to get somebody to do this, do that. Sometimes I have to tell them to sit down. Sometimes you just got to have that power and authority to tell them to sit down. But you got to understand how they move, though. You can't really disrespect them. But you got to let them know you ain't no pushover neither. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to explain to y'all how and what I mean by that. But anyway, I was just thinking, while I'm letting my foot off the gas, easing up off all these downloads, I was thinking about entertainment. I was thinking about entertainment. And I was thinking about how it's set up. Like, why is it set up like that? And did somebody put it in place? I remember hearing this celebrity say, once an entertainer, always an entertainer. I felt kind of sad when I heard that. Because out of every experience I ever had in my life, this is just basic math stuff right here. Out of every experience I ever had in my life, as much as I didn't think it would, my best experience was the little 1.5 years I had with my son. And believe me, I done had a lot of experiences. Few of my experiences, the vast majority of y'all called an absolutely great time. Sacrifice families and lovers and everything for it. But I done had quite a lot of experiences in my life. And fortunately, I got to experience a lot of the stuff that y'all are addicted to at a very early age. Starting at playing hide and go get. With friends that you thought was your friends. Hood cats. Thugs, gangsters. Even when you wasn't a gangster, wasn't a thug, you was still hanging with all the thugs and gangsters. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know you didn't have to be a gangster or a thug to hang with them? You just gotta be tough. But anyway, so, and I was like, so I was observing my situation, how I'm 40 years old. And I think I've been doing entertainment things for probably 29 years. Music, role playing, you name it, Not like role playing, going to the places, rehearsing role play. I'm talking about like role playing in the streets. Like y'all dogs be doing. But not quite to that nature. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and I was quite good at it, very good at it actually. But I was sitting here thinking, I was like, God told me I'm in my purpose. He told me the what ifs and ifs and maybes, but he told me overall I'm in my purpose. God itself told me I want you to be by, him and my grandma was talking in the Astro, and my grandma wanted me to have certain lovers. God said it wanted me to be alone. But God said it wanted me to be alone, then God see things that I wasn't gonna see that I still don't know. And I don't wanna know. So, anyway, overall, God said you in your purpose. Unless this happened, that happened, and this happened, you are right here, stay right here, and I bring everything back around to you. Right? Because what's yours is yours. You done put your work in. And I truthfully, honestly, I already been have. Outside of this little test stuff y'all had, I wish I'd have knew this when I was born. Then I would have definitely took a different approach in life. But seeing that I had an idol like my big brother Jesus Christ, that definitely wasn't the choice that I would have made in life. So With that being said, forget all that. Let's go to what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. As I ease off the pedal, get into my relax mode, hopefully find a job first of this year. I just wanted to tell you something out there. Just to hear that celebrity say that he was already up in the age, it's no better time. Then I was thinking about my boy, Aaron, I forget his name. But I think he got like an Alzheimer's or something now. But I was just watching this movie, if it's real. But ain't no beautiful thing than family. I want to know because I never had nobody. I never had nobody to love me. That's why I keep saying it. I don't say that for y'all to feel sorry for me. I say that for y'all to take advantage of what you got. You can't feel sorry for me because I'm used to being just with me and God. But I feel sorry for you guys. I feel sorry for you because you got the most precious thing in the world and don't even notice you got it. And if you got to get into a business, way they got me in entertainment and the way they pushing the gas on me, the older I get, I can almost guess they probably did this to a lot of y'all. Why not press the gas on people like you do the rest of these young artists and stuff? Why do it to somebody who been trying and grinding their whole life? But you was quick to give it to a young person who had the worst intentions on the youth of society. You hurry up and gave them the money. You hurry up and gave them everything. And they crashed and burned along the way. Not just to my people now. You did this to your own people. You did this to everybody. Like I said, we can say they got these formats and programs in place for us, for my people, black people. But as soon as you do unto others, you won't done to yourself. And we all know now about all this lecturing and all this teaching. Y'all stealing all the lectures. Y'all stealing all the lectures, making the Bible books and acting like you understand this and don't understand nothing. See, I had to earn this. I had to go through the briar patch for this. This humiliation ritual y'all put me through, I've been going through that same humiliation ritual when the organization decided to do that to little babies. I was born to be sacrificed. It's a joke to you because it's new to you, but it ain't new to me because it's an old joke to me. I'm sick of the joke. Matter of fact, when I got a little bit too old to hear the joke, I started beating up folks for saying the joke, tearing their asses clean up, and didn't mind it. I told you, I lived in a world where you could turn both cheeks and they'll make a cheat. You had to fight. You could have prayed till you sweat blood and your knees popped off. You had to fight. And there wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm a tool for God. I'm a warrior angel. So we need our own book. And y'all stole the book, so you write the book. Y'all stole the dances, so you do the dances. You stole the lectures, so you do the lectures. All these great people that done came through here, all these legends that done came through here, y'all done absolute murder and gave some loser the information so they can put the information out. Just like with the nuke bomb, which wasn't even supposed to be a nuke bomb. If you wouldn't have killed so many legends, if you wouldn't have killed so many leaders, if you wouldn't have killed so much difference and change, then the world wouldn't look so Mayberry today. I thought we was supposed to be in flying cars and stuff by now. You can't even get them to stay on the road long enough before you have a wreck. You know better to bring them out. Y'all been stuck in the drug test room, binded to your lustful desires, binded to sin, arrested to sin. I know, I'm in the street, I'm from the street. You great at music, you real great at music. Then you do drugs and you get even greater at music. But after you done did drugs for so long, for some reason you're not that great at music, even though you can get all the drugs you want. That same rule apply to all of us. It ain't gotta be a drug. It can be sex. It ain't gotta be sex. It can be any sin of nature. Sin is sin. And eventually, once you're arrested to your sins, you're going to get the same ending. But this ain't what I got on here to do. I ain't get on here to preach. I don't preach. I teach. You write it down, you jot it down, and you act like you taught it. So you get in line with the rest of them, and while you sitting there plotting and scheming on how to kill me, I'm going to go ahead and tell you as best as I can before I get off of here, because I'm already feeling me. I'm finna relax me. You ain't finna kill me, because I don't want to do this anyway. I'm only doing this because God told me to. I'm a hard-headed child. I'm the youngest. I'm doing enough. And I actually think I've done an outstanding job in the last 5 years, because y'all was awful. You didn't even know what the stir was. You sat there and gave the stir to the wrong person, and you can't get no further than the stir since you gave it to the wrong person, because God don't work like that. Locked you out. And you stay stirring up something. I sound like I'm in my feelings, don't I? Might be because it's getting close to Christmas. It tend to get like that. I don't know why I should be used to it. I never had a holiday in my life. But the emotions roll around that time. Since y'all already so afraid, you can get used to it. You know, toughen up a little bit. Ain't no cuss words in it. So toughen up a little bit. But anyway, now, what was I saying? So I was sitting here thinking, I was like, man, this person said that. I felt sad when he said it, because I know with his success, he got a family somewhere. You know? I never had nothing like that in the physical. I had one thing like that, and I got to keep it for 1.5 years, and I enjoy every minute of it. And that was a baby born in an incubator crying every day, all day long, all night long. And I enjoyed every minute of it. It actually helped me recover from drugs, actually. Well, recover quicker. I was already recovering, but it actually helped me recover quicker. But when you ain't got no babysitter and you are the babysitter, and you got to do right by your child. Besides, I was only doing the drug anyway because so many parents would leave their families and leave their kids because of drugs. I had to see and test it out. What can be this great when it wasn't that great at all? It was a lie. No drug do nothing for you. It just steal from your higher self. You know, write that down so y'all can go teach that. Now, what I was gonna say is this. While y'all on a killing spree out there, mass murderers, legally, gather together and talk about who you gonna murder, legally, with some of the biggest head honchos in the world, legally, not illegally, legally, but legally. We gotta do it because we can live. This is the only way we can live. Well, you wasn't worth creating, y'all. But like I was saying, so I was just sitting here, and I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, man, I was like, in my situation, let's say this is a process. I'm sure it is, because you got, if you coming out a big dog, I just know that you done killed the vast majority of them. But if you coming out a bit, and it might not be man, huh? This is literally a process by the celestial as well as the physical. So it might not be. I done looked in this stuff so deep, y'all. I done realized this might not even be murder. Because it's like these pillars put down and God is working on you as well. And if you move from that destination where God done set up shop to work on you, it's almost like a car. Just imagine a car in a body shop. And they done took the car completely apart. Only thing that's on the car is the wheels, like Tim Taylor. Tim the Two-Man Taylor. Only thing that's on the car is the wheels. You got the engine in it. You got the frame. You don't got the chassis on it. Oh, you got the chassis, not the frame, if I ain't mistaken. And then you got the engine, and you got the gas, and all that works. But there's no body on it. There's no exterior. There's no interior. It's one seat so he can test and crank the car. And the wheels on it, of course, so he can test, crank the car, make sure the wheels move. Because you are building this car from the ground up. You are starting from the ground up to build this car. You can see this car. Okay, inside this car, it's not ready to go. So God put you in a situation where God is working on you. Good morning, good morning. God put you in a situation where God is working on you. And imagine that car just said, you just get in that car and drive off. But obviously God ain't through working on you. So of course you would automatically say you failed and killed yourself. Because you out there half caught. So they will have to go, so how do this look on the physical? How this look on the physical is you got all these doppelgangers that will kill you. You got that crew that's with them that will kill you. They could get rid of the doppelganger for you, and then after they get rid of the doppelganger for you, that crew that's gonna be probably such a big crew to not realizing that the doppelganger done died, they gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got the other people, the other doppelgangers. It's more than one doppelganger. It's more than 5 doppelgangers. It could be more than 30 doppelgangers, and then all of them gonna be after you. So you got to go through these planets, this planetary system of phases, cleansing out these people so you can come out and they won't come after you. It's amazing what they have to do just so you can even be successful. This is like a necessity. This is how bad the planet is, though. If we can only quit funding this kind of behavior. But here's the thing. When light is born, night is born. When light is born, darkness is born automatically. When darkness is born, light is born. But do we have to put so much, do we have to invest so much in the dark, though? It's almost like the dark, we invest so much in the dark, by the time the light get out here, it don't matter who kill them. Somebody gonna kill them. Because you done created and invested so much in the dark side. And I don't mean literally killing somebody physically. I mean identity theft. You just name it. It's so many ways to destroy a person. And we can't forget the icing on the cake, the real good one, where you could be million miles away from a person and they could just sacrifice their soul and sacrifice you at the same time. You know, they can sell their soul and sacrifice you and you don't even know them. So we can't forget that sweet one. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, who got a chance, right? But at this point, I'm looking at the world like a place where we all just come to learn to be disciplined. To God. Not to ourselves, not to our lovers, not to our friends. To God. How do we do that? By respecting the earth, for one. You know? Respecting God. Practicing having dignity and morality. And probably not selling loved ones, sacrificing loved ones for people who actually don't love you. Sacrificing a loved one that actually got the money to help take care of you and do want to take care of you, but you sacrifice the loved one and steal the money from the loved one, and you take care of this person that you think want to take care of you or you want to take care of you, you wish would take care of you, but as soon as you ain't got no money to take care of that so-called loved one, they gonna show you they don't love you. That way right there. If we can start doing stuff the right way. Like I said, remember what I said, I'm gonna keep saying this to everybody, get it the right way. God said, I'm gonna create another hell. Do you really think God will create another hell? Do you really think God will go out of his way to create another hell? So how would you create another hell? Obviously, hell itself was a planet Earth, and it failed. So all God gotta do, one thing I know about my Father God, it don't like darkness. It don't like too much nastiness. I ain't talking about melanin. I ain't talking about the empty. It don't like darkness. So when you start to contaminate the world with so much darkness, and it always touch on God's light, he gonna withdraw its light. And when God withdraw its light, you gonna see hell on earth. This will be the second hell. I know lovers who got burning issues, and this is in the Bible. It ain't just in the Bible in Revelation. This is in the Bible in Genesis as well. In the beginning of the Bible anyway. And this burning issue, this is a plague. This is like a warning plague. And nobody, they go to the clinic and stuff, they really ain't got they don't know what this is. This ain't your typical burning issue. And I learned from learning floats and vessels that a lot of these issues, you'll be amazed where I feel like they're coming from and what they're a sign of. And I'm not gonna say, because a lot of people got that issue. I'm talking about the Bible now. Don't blame me if you in that situation and you doing. He talking about me. The shoe fit. I'm not really talking about you though. So don't make the shoe fit. You can stop burning. Oh yeah, you can heal anything. I saw it with my own eyes. If you really want to heal yourself, you can heal anything. But first you got to learn how to heal yourself from wanting to be around everybody else. First you got to learn how to heal yourself where it can only just be you and God and you really truly healing yourself. First, you gotta learn how to heal yourself when you don't need no information but God and you healing yourself. Like I said, try this on for size. You got a lover, you got something you wanna do, don't tell nobody. And if it's meant for you, just go to God about it. And you gonna see that lover come closer to you. I don't care if you got something and the lover don't got nothing. I don't care if it's about a lover and it's about something else. I don't care if now one of y'all got something and both of y'all clean and you just want each other and you many million miles away from each other. I don't care if you're an absolute broke, disgusting looking bum and the person you want is a queen or a king. All you gotta do is pray to God about it. And if God see it fit, you're gonna see it come closer and closer. But as soon as you share that information with your family, your friends, your lovers and uncles and whoever, your grandparents, even though the grandparent will be the best people out of all people, even them, this is the way you really truly build a relationship with God. But I learned, and this can be with healing too. I just use love for an example because I don't want to keep going back to drugs and STDs and illnesses and stuff like that. But this also includes healing illnesses. I know because I've seen people with diseases that people say they could cure. Just like Sabi said. But we all, after they did what they did to Sabi, we all knew to be quiet. You see the impact we have on the youth when it comes down to real creativity? The youth is absolutely terrified to even think about being creative. You can keep, and you wealthy folks out there, y'all spend a whole lot of money. You spend a whole lot of money on your kids just to praying and hoping they be creative. And you wondering, you done did all this stuff and gave them all this education. Why ain't they creative? Because do unto others you want done to yourself. You put people in these situations where you sacrifice them for being creative. Y'all not thinking about this stuff. That's why I'm giving y'all hell, those of you out there that always said, I don't believe in karma. How you couldn't? How the hell you can't? Karma always been in our face. Karma is the fastest thing that hit us that I know of. As soon as you do something to somebody else, it starts. Listen to them birds laughing. AIDS didn't just affect my people. Poverty didn't just affect my people. Fear of being creative didn't just affect my people. I know because I'm a producer. Well, I was. And producers know everything. You better know it. People treat producers like the finest lovers in the world. You can have anything, whatever you want, anytime you want. It's better than having all the money in the world. They'll do whatever for a producer. They know it. They might not admit it because we don't want that many producers out here. We don't want everybody trying to be one either. Besides, it takes real skills and craftsmanship, almost like Smith. You gotta really do it, really do it, really do it. You gotta have a natural act for it, talented for it. You could probably go train for it, but ain't nothing better than the one that's born for it. But anyway, that's all I want to say. Cause I'm finna make it a little bit more simpler, less download. Cause y'all just stole everything anyway. I ain't saying I ain't gonna get it back. I know I'm gonna get it back. Cause God taught me one thing. He was serious and made sure I understood and remembered it. I didn't do nothing for nothing. I told y'all, God only told me a few things, then the ancestor pretty much took charge. He told me, I see your struggle. I see how hard you work. And I'm telling you, nothing that you done went unnoticed. We see everything you do, how hard you work. And he also said, never let nobody drag you. And he also said, stay right here and I'll bring everything back around to you. After that, the ancestor pretty much took charge. And I'm doing exactly what my father said. He said, heal you. If nothing else, heal you. He somewhat sort of told me about the test, but he said, if nothing else, heal you. Heal you. And I had a lot of problems, like a lot of you do and don't want to admit to it. And the reason why I say that is because I was on my way to being a millionaire, a self-made millionaire. So obviously I had all my problems under control to a moderation. So they really wasn't problems. I didn't even notice they were problems until I pulled that thorn out my flesh. And then I started evolving and growing in such a way that I realized I wouldn't have never been able to grow this way, evolve this way, if I wouldn't have never pulled that thorn out of my flesh. That one thorn out of my flesh, this is a thorn you can keep in your flesh and you can pretty much guess probably maybe you might still get to heaven. But no, I didn't get that extra boost. I didn't get that upgrade. I didn't graduate to that frequency of vibration until I started playing with that last thorn in my flesh. And when I played with that last thorn in my flesh, by the time I was pulling that last thorn in my flesh, I knew when I started to pull that last thorn in my flesh, before I grabbed that last thorn in my flesh, that I wasn't gonna go to nobody, even though I wasn't already going to nobody. I had already got used to being with nobody. But I knew I wasn't going to nobody to help me pull this thorn out my flesh. I knew I wasn't gonna be around nobody to help me deal with the fact that I no longer have this thorn in my flesh. I knew I was gonna go straight to God with this particular thorn in my flesh, because this single thorn in my flesh is the same thorn that made me put the rest of the thorns in my flesh. So I knew when I got ready to pull that one thorn out of my flesh, I knew it was gonna be one-on-one with God, a mano, no jokes. Now, let's see what you got. Me and God. And it was then that I started upgrading and seeing my best. And I never saw this part of me in my life, even when I thought I was at my best. Listen to what I'm saying now. When I started going through this in 2018, 2017, when they started prepping me, getting me ready for it in 2015, 2014. And then by 2017, 2018, I thought I was getting ready to walk into my own self. I was happy, I was proud of myself. I didn't get my money on my knees. I worked sweat and blood. I was proud to go out there. I couldn't wait to go out there and teach the streets. I couldn't wait to go out there and teach the slum. I couldn't wait to go out there and teach the hoods and tell them how anybody could do it. Anybody can make it. I couldn't wait. Them with the plans. I was going to be a self-made millionaire and tell everybody if I could do it, you could do it. All that was taken from me overnight. Especially when I made that choice. It was being taken from me anyway. But when I made that choice to strictly give my everything to God, it was either that or go back to being a slave. Because I had to be a slave to get what I got. I said, well, I might as well give my all to God. Especially while I got the time. And I thank God I chose the divine and didn't go straight into a job or straight into corruptness. You know, I went straight to God. I went to God at a time where most people have every right to snap. I went to God where most people got every right to walk away from God. I went to God when most people got every right to do wrong. I went to God at the point in my life where anybody in the world would just walk away from God. Anybody, no matter who you is. Because y'all don't know the kind of hits that I took at that one moment in time. Family members. That's how you know it's prophecy. When have you ever noticed family members, lovers, friends, supposed to be friends, everybody, then the people who would have helped you, been able to help you, died in the same window of time? When have you seen such thing? Even if somebody did sell their soul, when have you ever seen such plague? That's how you know it's prophecy. Imagine, we see how tough it is when God made the Pharaoh heart harden. Imagine making all of your family and friends, when God make your heart harden. When God make your heart harden, we got an example, we got a taste of it when we seen the Pharaoh. Now imagine if your whole family and your lovers and your friends and your community heart is hardened. Amen.